Frank, what was your reading of the fight first?
I said before the fight, it would be who can maintain their composure, and he was very composed, Daniel, throughout the fight. Nathan, he's not got quit in him, has he? Come to fight, and he had caught him with a couple of good left hooks. But to me, the key for this fight was the jab. Daniel's jab was superb. He was throwing nice, long, straight shots, and we know he can punch. And the power eventually, when he got his range and he's got his shots, he caught Nathan, who's a tough guy. So it was a great fight. The two youngest guys ever to fight for a British heavyweight title, and it was fantastic. For me, Daniel, I said from day one, I think he's the future of heavyweight boxing, and certainly of British heavyweight boxing.
David, to you, your assessment overall of what we saw in there.
It was fantastic. He did exactly what he said in the tin. We was expecting fireworks from the first bell, and that's exactly what we got. I was really, truly impressed with Dubois' power. And not only, most heavyweights are powerful in the first couple of rounds, but the way his power maintained throughout. There was no dip off. There was no fading. He wasn't looking at clinching. He was looking at punching as often as possible throughout the rounds. And Gorman just wasn't able to live with him. You could see the difference when Gorman landed a clean shot versus when Dubois landed. You saw the difference in the body language and the sheer strength, the heavy-handedness just played out tonight.
And that jab.
The jab was solid.
Superb jab.
He was settling Gorman down with the jab, and the right hand over the top. It was tremendous, and the knockout punch, it was punch perfect.
Richie?
I think the word is disciplined. It was a well-disciplined display tonight. Against Richard Lartey, he took a lot more risks and he got caught with it. But here, he stuck to a game plan. It was mid and long-range boxing, as Frank says, behind the jab, straight right hand. And the actual combination that finished it was a double jab right hand. It was actually an excellent bit of work. Just plain, simple boxing, keeping your range, staying disciplined. Occasionally, Gorman dragged him in, and Nathan Gorman caught him with the odd shot and tried to land the left hook, but unfortunately for Gorman, the accuracy just wasn't there with that shot tonight. And here now, he's just keeping the gap at the same time as when he's punching, which is impressive. So he's not nullifying his work, he's not getting too close, he's letting the shots go, he's hitting the target, but the actual finishing one that we'll see, there's that little left hook to the body that we spoke about earlier. See, he goes back to range. Now, this is the finish coming up now. Great right hand there, catches him with the right hand, and then it's that double jab right hand that finishes the job off. It was a very good, well-disciplined display for me.
I really like the fact that he just held his composure. And that double jab right hand, Richie mentioned, he threw it a few times in the fight. It fell short a couple of times, but this time he got his feet underneath him, learned from the early rounds where he just missed by fractions of inches. And once it landed, I don't know any heavyweight on the planet that could take a right hand like that on the button, believe me.
Not at all. And that's it. We know he can punch. He's just going to get better and better with more experience. And, for me, as I said, he is, in my opinion, since I've been in British boxing, he's the best young heavyweight I've seen come through. All due respect, you started with cruiserweight.
It reminds me as well, back in 2011, De Gale and Groves, and they both went on and won world titles.
It's not the end of the world.
Not the end of the world.
And I was just saying to them, shall I tell you a good fight for Nathan now? Him and Joe Joyce.
I've watched them two spar many occasions, and it was a great spar, action-packed.
Nathan and Joe Joyce is a great fight next time.
I like that fight a lot.
But for Daniel now, it's onwards and up. He's keep learning. When to get him out again in September, just keep him busy. And he's got to learn him. Remember, he's only a kid. He's 21. Just keep learning and learning and learning, working in the gym, and that's what you get out of it. And hats off to Martin Bowers. He's done a tremendous job with him. Tremendous job.
Well, it's a very important win for that excellent stable, probably overdue, that a trainer like Bowers gets a proper champion and a kid who could be going anywhere in the game.
And deserves it and put his heart and soul in it. It's fantastic for them. And as I say, it's not the end of the world for Nathan. I said to his dad, I said, I'll give you my word, we'll continue to work with him and bring him back. And, I'm saying that. That's what I do and that's what I'll make sure happens. If I can do it with Derek Chisora, I can certainly do it with Nathan Gorman.
Would it be feasible for you, Frank, to go Dubois versus Joe Joyce for the British title?
Well, look, we could have done that straight away, but Joe decided he didn't want to fight for the British title, and he said that he wanted to move on, which he has. He's got this other title, which puts him into a position now where he gets the winner of Brian, what's his name, the fellow who's got to fight, Manuel Shah. He gets the winner of that fight, so he doesn't want to jeopardise access to a version of a world title, and I get that and understand it. But if we can make it, I'll make it. Daniel Dubois, I think, with anybody, and you know if he hits them, they'll go.
I know he's been excellent in there tonight, but in terms of, we saw a little bit around this fight, a little bit more of the personality, which obviously, you know, is a part of the business that we're in.
It is, and that takes time. You know, he's silent but deadly, as I say. But the facts of the matter is, when you look at him, he also took 2 good shots there. He got caught with 2 really good shots from Nathan, as he did in his last fight. So he's got to work a bit on his defence, but he took the shots, which is most important.
Yeah. Gorman landed that left hook. He was clearly working on the left hook, the counter left hook between the jab and the right hand of Dubois, and it landed flush. He landed a shot he's been working on day in, day out in the gym, and it literally bounced off him. It bounced off the chin, and for a heavyweight to take another heavyweight, a young heavyweight, a strong heavyweight with a great knockout ratio, to take those shots on the chin and keep coming forward shows that, you know, a lot of fighters can dish it out, but can they take it? He showed he could take it here tonight.
That's the bottom line. You always look for the flaws, and you know, when I say a flaw, his defence, he's going to have to tighten up on his defence. We get it, but the good thing is he took the shots. That's the most important.
The stuff
thing.
I saw from Latte when he got hit with a few shots, I was thinking, he needs to tighten his defence. It was a lot tighter here tonight.
And remember, there's a lot of passion in this fight between the two of them. It's a massive, passionate fight.
And what have you got to remember? There's a lot of pressure as well, so you've got to stick to a game plan. Boxing's all about boxing to your strengths, and tonight, that's what Daniel Dubois did. Mid and long range behind his jab. Basic boxing. If he'd have had a toe-to-toe battle in terms of short and mid-range bent arm stuff, that brings Nathan Gorman right into the contest. Then it becomes a 50-50 affair. You work to your strengths, you box to your strengths. That's what Dubois did, and he was impressive.